The Harmony Foundation organized the 57th Annual Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Community Celebration at the First Unitarian Universalist Society in Newton.
I don't know about you, but I can't think of a place I'd rather be today. In a community of justice seekers to honor the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Harmony Foundation board member Tamika Olszewski voiced the purpose of the foundation and its goals through the community, as well as sharing a passage believed in by all board members.
The Harmony Foundation's mission is to facilitate learning, interaction, understanding, and respect across racial, religious, and ethnic dimensions within the Newton community, with the purpose of realizing our diversity as a continuing source of community strength. Only when it is dark enough can we see the stars. To me, this passage is a reminder to keep the faith, to trust that even in conflict and division, when those things seem insurmountable, we have far more in common than we can see or know or even imagine.
Mayor Ruth Ann Fuller also spoke at the ceremony as she referenced the inauguration of Donald Trump becoming President of the United States, as Trump was sworn in that morning as well.
As we gather for the 57th time in Newton to celebrate Dr. King, our government in Washington, D.C. is just hours away from transferring power from one democratically elected president to another at an inauguration ceremony steeped in the traditions of our nation. This solemn moment, repeated every 4 years, can bring with it a sense of renewal and hope, and also sometimes a sense of foreboding and uncertainty.
Additionally, the mayor praised 4 high school students who gave speeches during the ceremony.
I stand today resolute in my conviction of the promise of our young people, including Ava, Ellis, Susanna Noor.
A junior at Newton South High School, Ellis Brown shared a quote by MLK and reminded the audience of its relevancy still today.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. That is a quote from Dr. King, from a sermon he delivered standing in front of the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in 1957, Montgomery, Alabama. Today, Dr. King's words have never been more relevant.
Ava Andrade, also a junior at Newton South, discussed the challenges of being mixed race in her speech.
So often we feel as if we're not black enough, not Asian enough, not Hispanic enough. And it leads us to wondering, when are we going to be enough? When will we be able to not be 25% or 50% one race, but 100% ourselves?
Along with Ellis and Ava, fellow high schoolers Susani and Noor also gave speeches, as well as holding a panel in which the students talked about their experience being a person of color in high school. Superintendent Dr. Anna Nolan complimented the students for inspiring optimism.
Light is not just words, but in the voices of our own community. And as someone who has spent a lifetime devoted to amplifying the light that is our young people, I think our youth leaders today, our speakers here, Ellis, Noor, Susani, and Ava, illuminate the path forward with their stories, their insights, and calls to action. And I seek now to amplify and uplift the light and compassion of their speeches and advocate that more listening in this world, sort of a companion to arguing, but more listening in this world is also needed.
Dr. Brandon Crowley, a pastor from the Myrtle Baptist Church, was the guest speaker of the ceremony and gave a powerful reflection speech that focused on America's tendency to alter influential black voices into just simply symbols.
We cannot simply keep the dream alive. We must also keep the true king alive in all of his radical and transformative ways. This, Newton, must be our beckoning call. This must be our rallying cry, because whiteness is trying to rewrite history and re-kill the real king while shaping a new counterfeit king in their image and likeness.
Throughout the ceremony, there were numerous musical selections, one of which was performed by the All-City Troubadour Singers. Maxwell Solomon, Newton News, Newton Center.